on your desk from the table. Where in the cup. Thank you.
I apologize for taking the kind of Thank you. Thank you so much. That was very helpful. Looks like we needed a minute anyway. Good? Shabbat Shalom. When I say Shabbat Shalom, I'm wishing you a Shabbat, which starts this evening and runs through tomorrow, filled with wholeness and peace for yourself and your family. On behalf of Temple Har Shalom, I would like to welcome all of the scouting families who have joined us here tonight. And on behalf of the Jewish committees on scouting and the Jewish Committee on Girl Scouting, I would like to welcome Temple Har Shalom as a first ever Scout Shabbat host congregation. My name is Lynn Ann Cutler. I'm the Director of Congregational Education here at Temple Har Shalom, and I'm also a Girl Scout. You might have also noticed from the uniform I'm wearing tonight that I am also a Boy Scout. And this makes Scout Shabbat one of my favorite services of the year. I like to take a minute, it's really going to be about 3 or 4, before we start the service officially to give everyone just a little bit of orientation. First, regarding scouting. Scout Shabbat is for all Scouts, and we have members here from Girl Scouts of America and members from Boy Scouts of America. However, please do not assume that all Girl Scouts are Girl Scouts. Boy Scouts of America welcomes both boys and girls into their program, so just remember that just because someone is a Girl Scout, they may not be a Girl Scout. All right, got it? Okay. Second, regarding a Shabbat evening service, we recognize that many of our visitors tonight may be experiencing a Jewish service for the first time, or for the first time in a while. So I'd like to introduce you to just a couple little things about our service tonight. First, while there will be plenty of English in our service, which you will understand, we also pray and sing in a much older language called Hebrew, which is the language of much of our scripture. Don't worry about not being able to join in when things get unfamiliar. Just sit back, enjoy the sounds of the language and of the music. We will use some Hebrew words when we're talking tonight as well. For instance, is raised part of the sanctuary, where we just took the picture and where we're standing right now, is called the Bima. And the scroll that we're going to see later in the service, which contains the first 5 books of the Bible, is called the Torah. We're going to try to do our best to explain some of these words as we go along. Second, while we usually use a prayer book called a Siddur in our services, and you'll see them in your pews, you're not going to need this tonight. This is a book that we read in the opposite direction of English. It has a lot of Hebrew in it, and we have a lot of young scouts, so we thought it might be easier to use something we call visual tefillah. Tefillah means prayer, which means that the words to everything we need are going to be up on this screen tonight. Third, you should know that it's customary that during a Shabbat service we do not clap to show appreciation. In this congregation, we do a move that looks like this. So anytime during the service you feel like you would usually clap, you can do this. And I'm going to give us a couple minutes of practicing for this appreciation right now. So first, I'm going to ask that any parent of a scout or anyone who drove a scout here, even if they are not your child, please stand up right now. Just stand up in your place. Thank you so much for making tonight possible by bringing us scouts. Thank you. Have a seat. Next, I'm going to ask anyone who currently serves or formerly ever served on a Jewish committee on scouting or a Jewish committee on Girl Scouting to please stand. These are the people who make Jewish scouting happen. They have helped scouts learn about awards and emblems. They've taken part in leading Scout Shabbat services. They've shared Jewish scouting with other scouts at trade shows and other scouting events. They've led Jewish scouting encampments and celebrations. We appreciate all that you do. Next, I'd like to invite everyone here who is currently or who has ever served as a scout leader, co-leader, assistant leader, den leader, you get the picture, in any kind of scouting unit to please stand up. Thank you for leading the way, and thank you for supporting the development of all of these fine young people here tonight as they grow into leaders themselves. And finally, I'm going to ask that anyone who has achieved the rank of Gold Award or Eagle Scout please stand up. Do we have some tonight? We do. One does not earn a rank like this without spending a lot of time, energy, and heart serving our community. We appreciate everything that you do to make this world a better place for all of us. Now, I'm going to introduce you to the person who is standing next to me on the bima. This is Cantor Ben Ray, and she's going to be leading our service tonight. A cantor is an ordained member of the clergy, like a rabbi, but she is a member of the clergy who also has a special gift for music, as you are about to see. Cantor Ben Ray worked very hard to help us put together tonight's special service for Scout Shabbat, so let's turn our attention over to her now and begin our service. Thank you, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
So we're going to begin this evening with a very, very special setting of Hine Matov that Linan shared with me. It is a setting that talks about all of us being a tribe, a group of people who identify with each other and feel like we're part of one community. And this Hine Matov also has some really interesting Hebrew languages in it. It has, instead of saying normal Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, it has Achim Ve'achayot. So how good it is for, and how pleasant for brothers and sisters to sit together. It's something that we often imply, but here it is written out in the Hebrew words. And then, Hine matov umanaim, how good it is, how pleasant. Shevet mishpachat gam yachad, for families to sit together. So here today we are families, brothers and sisters in spirit, here celebrating, and we're celebrating this moment together. So there are some very special parts in this song for you guys to sing. So I'll call and you'll respond. So let's practice. There's a part that goes, it is good. So
Our part is so good. Those are words we need.
So I say, it is good.
So good.
Good to gather as a tribe. It is good.
So good.
Good. So that one goes up. It is good.
So good.
Great. So the first one is so good. The second one is
So good.
Perfect. Good to be alive. It is good.
So good.
Good to gather as a tribe, and we can show the love we feel inside. You guys ready? Here we go. Make a little higher. It is good.
So good.
Good to gather as a tribe. It is good.
So good.
Good to be alive. It is good.
So good.
Good to gather as a tribe, and we can show the love we feel inside. One more time. It is good.
So good.
Good to gather as a tribe. It is good.
So good.
Good to be alive. It is good.
So good.
Good to gather as a tribe, and we can show the love we feel inside. Hine matov umanaim, shevet achim ve'achayot gam yachad. Hine matov umanaim, shevet mishpachat gam yachad. It is good.
So good.
Good to gather as a tribe. It is good.
So good.
Good to be alive. It is good.
So good.
Good to gather as a tribe, and we can show the love we feel inside. Hine matov. Hine matov umanaim, shevet achim ve'achayot gam yachad. Hine matov umanaim, shevet mishpachat gam yachad. It is good.
So good.
Good to gather as a tribe. It is good.
So good.
Good to be alive. It is good.
So good.
Good to gather as a tribe, and we can show the love we feel inside.
Oh, thank you. We welcome up Elijah Scribner for a reading.
The day has gone, darkness has fallen, the stars crowd the sky. How great a universe, how little we understand it, and greater still the God who made it. How small we seem to ourselves when we think of the great stars and the greater God. Yet we are small only in size. Our minds can make us very great when we try to become like God.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We invite the Perez family up for the candle lighting.
wax candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We invite the Cooperman family up for our kiddush, which is our blessing over the wine or grape juice, as it may be. Borei Kari Hagafen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, ki hu yom tefillah, lemikrae kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uratzon, hilchatanu, baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-shabbat. Amen.
I now invite Sydney Coleman and Bella Joki up for a reading. So if you stand up here for yours, and then just step back and let Sydney Coleman.
What is Shabbat? On Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we are busy. We're busy learning, working, growing, playing, and building.
Shabbat begins Friday at sunset. On Shabbat, we create a special day to share with family and friends. We create it with candles, challah, wine, and song, Torah, and prayer.
So we're going to join in now with a prayer called Lecha Dodi. This is a prayer where we welcome into our sanctuary the Sabbath bride. So you'll see that our chorus, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat Nekabela, comes back and back again. And we'll have verses in between. There are 4 verses that we'll be singing. And on the 9th and final verse, I'll motion to everyone to please rise as we turn towards the door. Not yet, not yet, not yet. And when we say Boviva Shalom, we'll welcome in our Sabbath bride. And then afterwards, remain standing and turn back towards the center and sing together. Please join us. Please rise. I'll ask that you please now remain standing for, forgive me, you may be seated. And we have some special responsive readings that are rooted in biblical text.
I hope I didn't give any scouts the impression that they were off the hook after the photograph. We have, one of the reasons that we celebrate Scout Shabbat is that Judaism actually shares a lot of the same teachings that we get from Scouting. And the Jewish committees on Scouting and Girl Scouting have put together readings that clearly illustrate that intersection. And so I'm going to be asking the Scouts to come up. I'm going to ask one organization first and then the second. We're going to have the Scouts read the parts that they know, which are the 12 Points of Scout Law and the Girl Scout Promise and Law. I just have a very quick, I don't know, as an announcement, a question. The National Jewish Committee on Scouting, Girl Scouting, would like permission from everyone whose photograph that we took tonight on the Bima to use that photograph on their website, communications, and they need to know generally if anyone objects to their picture being used that way. Does anybody object to that photograph being used in that way? Thank you very much. All right, so the first thing I'm going to ask for anyone who's part of the Boy Scouts of America, Scouts BSA, Cub Scouts, Venturers. If you are a scout in any unit thereof, please come on up because I'm going to ask you to all lead our reading. I have a paper for you so you don't have to keep looking back here. The Scouts are going to be reading words they know very well, unless maybe they just joined Scouting. Okay, they're being handed out. Kylie, there are a few more back here. And the rest of us from the screen are going to respond with some Jewish text. We do not need to read the chapter, verse, and number. We're just going to read the words for that. All right. How about if I could lead the Scouts and you could lead the response, does that work?
Indeed, yeah.
Okay, so I'll start us off. Ready, guys and gals? All right, here we go. A Scout is trustworthy.
The person who is dishonest shall not live in my house. The person who is untruthful shall not stand before my eyes.
A Scout is loyal.
And Ruth said, do not beg me to leave you or return from following after you. For where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay.
A Scout.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
A Scout is friendly.
Together, unless they agree.
A Scout is courteous.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
A Scout is kind.
Withhold not good from the person to whom it is due, when it is in the power of your hand to do it.
A Scout is obedient.
Apply your heart to instruction and your ears to the words of knowledge.
A Scout is cheerful.
A glad heart is good medicine.
A Scout is thrifty.
Precious treasure remains in a wise person's dwelling, but a foolish person uses it up.
A Scout is brave.
Be strong and of good courage.
A Scout is clean.
Who shall ascend the mountain of the Lord? And who shall stand in God's holy place? The person who has clean hands and a pure heart.
A Scout is reverent.
It has been told to you what is good and what the Lord requires of you, only to do justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God.
Thank you. Scouts, please take your paper back to your seat to save us a little time. We'll collect them from you later. Thank you so much. If you are in Girl Scouts of America, please come up. It is your turn. Girl Scouts of the USA. Here, I have one more. Oh, thank you. They're there.
Does anyone else need one?
Anyone need one?
We have extra. Does anyone else have?
Okay. All right. Are we ready? Is it cute? Thank you for doing that.
All right,
All right,
Scouts.
girls, here we go. On my honor.
Do what is right and good
Wait,
in the
oh.
sight of the Lord. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
I will do my best to be honest and fair.
do what is right and good in the sight of the Lord.
I will do my best to be friendly and helpful.
A friend loveth at all times.
I will do my best to be considerate and caring.
Love your fellow as yourself.
I will do my best to be courageous and strong.
Be of good courage, and God shall strengthen thy heart.
I will do my best to be responsible for what I say and do.
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable before thee, O Lord.
I will do my best to show respect for myself and others.
You shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. Apply your heart to instruction and your ears to the words of knowledge. Precious treasure remains in a wise person's dwelling, but a foolish person uses it up. It is not your duty to complete the work, but neither are you free to desist from it. Let the honor of your friends be as dear to you as your own.
Thank you. And please also take your papers back with you. We'll collect them later. Now, I had a choice as a Girl Scout and a Boy Scout of which uniform I could wear tonight. And I chose to wear this one because I was given the honor in 2019 of an emblem, a Jewish scouting emblem called the shofar, which is given to adults who are very involved in Jewish scouting. It's a medal, can be worn around my neck, and there's also a pin that goes here. The first Scout Shabbat that I attended, and the next after that, after receiving this award, this emblem, were virtual. They were online. I didn't get to wear them. So this is the first night I've gotten to wear this to an actual in-person Scout Shabbat service. So of course, this is what I was going to wear tonight. There are Jewish Scouting Awards for Jewish Girl Scouts. And there are Jewish Scouting emblems for Jewish Scouts BSA, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts of America Scouts, at all kinds of levels. I got the adult one, but there are ways for Jewish children to earn emblems as well. And we have 2 young boys who have earned their Jewish Scouting emblems, and I'd like to present these to them tonight. These emblems, I should say, religious emblems are offered in many different faiths. So if you're from a different faith, ask your committee, because there's probably something that your children can work on as well. But I would like to invite up to the bima to receive his Aleph emblem, Elijah Scribner, and to receive his Maccabee emblem, Ephraim Scribner. They are receiving a certificate. Mine is hung in my office if you want to see it. Here you go, Elijah. And they receive a medal that they can wear on festive occasions on their Scout uniforms. And this is for you, Ephraim. Mazel tov. Thank you. The award, the emblems, this is just a side note for people in Boy Scouting. The 2 high school age, give or take, emblems, the Ner Tamid and the Eitz Chaim, if you earn those and Eagle Scout, there are college scholarships for you from the Jewish Scouting Committee. So if that describes you and where you're going, come see me and I'll give you more information.
So I'd actually like to invite back up the Scribner boys, as well as Tylee and Kyler Rapp. I said that backwards, Kylie and Tyler Rapp, who are also members of our temple's High Notes Junior Choir. I'm sorry, Harmonizers Junior Choir.
Can you understand? Am I
We are commanded to teach the words about loving God and following God's commandments. It's contracted us to put it on our doorposts and also to say it when we rise up in the morning, when we go to bed at night. The words are in Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבביך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We're going to continue now with the words of Micha Mocha.
וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Ashkivenu Adonai
invite Bennett Cooperman to the bema.
Master of the universe, grant me the ability to be alone. May it be my custom to go outdoors each day among the trees and grass, among all living things. And there may I be alone and enter into prayer to talk with the one to whom I belong. May I express everything there in my heart, and may all the foliage of the field, all grasses, trees, and plants, may they all awake at my coming, to send the powers of their life into the words of my prayer, so that my prayer and speech are made whole through the life and the spirit of all growing things, which are made as one by their transcendent source.
Thank you. So we've reached the part of our service where we share the words of our hearts silently with God. So I'll ask in just a moment now for everyone to rise and to share what it is that you want to share with God today, whatever you are holding in your heart. Please rise and pray silently.
We are going to be entering the part of the service where our Torah is going to be taken out of the ark, which is this, the Hebrew word is Aron Kodesh, which means holy closet. So we're going to take it out of our holy closet, and what we're going to have on the screen, the cantor is going to lead this part for a little while, and then we have a scout who's going to chant words of Torah for us tonight. Now, in Judaism, traditionally, we chant on a Saturday morning or a Monday or a Thursday. However, we are gathered tonight. This week, we're gathered on Friday night for Shabbat, so we're going to take it out tonight in special celebration of Scout Shabbat. When the slide comes up, when the scout is chanting, you're going to see exactly what she is looking at when she's chanting. Wait till you see what she's chanting from. Take a look when she starts. We call the openers? We'd like to call Elijah Blick and his family, and Alma Knight and her family to open the ark. You can take this side, and then Elijah will come over and take this side. Let me see if we can go ahead. Okay, go ahead and open it up.
Kylie will be chanting from this week's Torah portion, Teruma, which you're going to be able to see the actual picture from the Torah that she's chanting from in just a moment on the screen. And for the honor of the Aliyah, her brother Tyler will be chanting the blessing. Kylie as well? So Tyler, come over here. No. Not yet. Yes, please sit.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bacha Banu Mikol Ha'amim Venantan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Daber el bnei Yisrael. Vayikhu li teruma. Mi'ei kol ish asher yidivenu libo. Tikhu et terumati. Vizat hateruma asher tikhu meitam. Vizat bach. Zachav v'chesech unchoshet utchele ve'argaman v'tola'at shani ושש ועצים, ואורות אלים מאדמים, ואורות תחשים יצא שיצים.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. We'll ask that you please rise as we put away our Torah. Thank you. So there comes, you may be seated. We think now about those in our community who are in need of healing. If there's someone that you're thinking of today who could use healing of mind, of body, or of spirit, I ask now that you share those names aloud with us, all together.
Henrik Lewis.
We're going to recite the blessing for healing together. We say, Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. Blessed are you, healer of the sick.
I now have the honor of inviting up to the Bima Jill Tanning. She is the chair of the National Jewish Committee on Girl Scouting, and we're very happy to have her with us tonight. She is sharing a Devar Torah, which basically means a word about the Torah.
Thank you, Lynn Ann. Thank you. Har Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. So, I'm not only representing the National Jewish Committee on Girl Scouting, but the way Lynn Ann has another uniform, so do I. So I'm representing also the Jewish Committee on Scouting, which is the BSA side, and I bring you greetings from all of us, from the National Committee of both. So, here we are, at the season for Purim, with one of my favorite heroes, Esther. You all know the story of how she was brave and strong and saved the Jewish people. Do you know that Henrietta Zold, the first leader and founder of Hadassah, also looked at Esther as her hero? You know how we know? Hadassah is the Hebrew name of Esther. Wow. And that was back in 1912, when Palestine was what we now call Israel. Okay, that grew into a worldwide movement that benefits people in medicine, in science, financially, education, careers, everything you could think of. Well, guess what? So does scouting. Scouting started in 1908 by Robert Baden-Powell in England, and he founded it because he had heroes. His heroes were in the British Army. His heroes included Denny Zulu. You ever hear of a Zulu? That's in Africa because Robert Baden-Powell, although he was English, served in Africa. Well, guess what? He inspired his sister Agnes in 1910 to start the Girl Guides in England. And from there, her sister-in-law, Robert Baden-Powell's wife, started the Girl Guides for real to make it a big movement. And guess what? She knew Juliet Gordon Low, who started the Girl Scouts in the United States in 1912. Are we seeing kind of this chain? Wow. But guess what? In the United States in 1910, a man named William Boyce met a scout on the street in Chicago. Do you know the story? Yes, a lot of you know the story. All you Boy Scouts know the story. And we met a scout in the fog and was looking for directions to get somewhere. And the scout led him where he was going. And he said, "Oh, let me give you something for your effort." And the scout said, "Oh, no, I'm a scout. This is what I'm supposed to do." And William Boyce said, "Wow, what is scouting? I want to be part of that movement." So he was. So, where is Judaism in scouting, you ask? Well, you saw it up on the monitor that we were reading, that pieces from the Bible are relevant to our motto, our oath, our everyday life as a scout. Well, guess what? In the world of scouting, there are philanthropists like the Schiffs and the Kaufmans who gave a lot of money and did a lot of things like make camps for all the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts. There are people who started the scouting movement in Savannah, Georgia with Juliet Gordon Low, who, guess what, baked cookies, and they were kosher. And guess what? All the Girl Scout cookies today are kosher. Every flavor. Okay, so we talked about a little bit about heroes, obviously, in scouting, hero in the Bible. Did you know that there are emblems and recognitions that the Scouts can wear? Yes, that they can earn, and you heard from Lynn Ann that she has earned her Shofar Award. I have it too. I also have the Order from the Girl Scouts, but that's okay. I brought the information for you all. It's on a table outside, and you can see what you can earn for every level of programming in Girl Scouting and Scouts BSA. Well, we wear uniforms, and we wear pins and patches on our uniforms. What do you know about them? Has anyone ever looked at a can of soup? Soup? Okay, so you look at the can, and guess what? The ingredients are on the outside of the can. Well, your uniform is just like the ingredients in the can. It tells you who you are. In our cases, we're Scouts in the United States of America. We belong to councils, we belong to troops, and then we have recognitions of our achievements. Well, it says that the Scout has moral and ethical values and practices good citizenship, physical fitness, saving our planet, and many other traits that we look for in heroes. Wow, yes, heroes. Didn't we start with Esther? Well, guess what? We find heroes in all places, of all ages, with all differences and similarities to us. Who were or are your heroes? Who are you or will you be a hero to? As you think of your unique answers, I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom with a prayer of thanks for all those heroes that you have met along the way and have yet to meet. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
And what a good soup we have in this room. Thank you so much.
Is there something that turned off somewhere?
Something turned off, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to rise now for the concluding portion of our service. Aleinu, please rise.
I would like to invite any current or former members of any Jewish Committee on Scouting to please accept the honor of opening the Ark for the Aleinu.
Our thoughts turn now to those who've departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. This week, our community here at Temple Har Shalom is in the Shloshim, the 30 days of mourning for Gail Ellen Feingold, mother of Todd Feingold, and Jerome Eckenthal, father of Craig Eckenthal. We're also observing Yahrzeit, the 1 year or yearly anniversary of death of those in our community as follows: Joel Bender, Maurice Fass, David Goodzeit, Muriel Heilberg, Murray Howard, Marvin A. Katz, Barry Kay, Bernie Langer, Cheryl Larkey, Bernard Levine, Dr. Lawrence E. Miller, Miriam Newman, David Saul Phillips, Ava Remini, William Rush, Marcus Schneiderfeld, Goldie Stoller, and Ida Young. If there's anyone that you're mourning today whom we've not mentioned, we ask that you name them aloud for us to console you.
Mildred Legis.
We also think of those who have died in the formation of the State of Israel and who have lost their lives in the Holocaust. We join together, rising now as one community, with the words of Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei d'hudasha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shalom rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to those who mourn and comfort the bereaved here and everywhere, as together we say, Amen. You may be seated. So we have some announcements. Andrea Perez, a member of our board, will be sharing with you some of what's going on here at the synagogue.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. My name is Andrea Perez, and most of you know me from here. And I'm a member of the Board of Trustees, and I want to welcome all the Scouts and the Scout leaders who are here this evening. I'm really glad that you've joined us for our service in person or virtually, and I have just a few reminders before we conclude our service. Cantor Ben Ray has started an adult Hebrew class, but there's still time to join. You can learn or relearn to read prayer book Hebrew. Speak to Cantor Ben Ray if you're interested. Mark your calendar for our Purim Spiel and Feast taking place on March 5th, starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We will have lots of music and celebration as we tell the story of Esther rescuing the Jews of Shushan. If you're going to join us for the feast, please register so that we can plan appropriately. Next Saturday, March 4th, we will be having Torah study at 9:30 in the morning and Tot Shabbat at 10 o'clock. These programs are open to all. We just request that you sign up in advance. Finally, I want to invite you to a special lifelong learning program on Sunday, March 12th. We will be hosting biblical scholar and author Dr. Benjamin Sommer for a morning of exploring the making of a prophet. The program will begin at 9:30 a.m. and include a nosh as well as engaging conversation. You can find details about these programs, how to register for them, and more on our weekly e-blast, our Shabbat message, and on the temple website. We would also like to extend a very special thank you to Alex Hermes, Karen Analik, and Amy Greenbaum for setting up and preparing the special treats we will get to enjoy after the service. We look forward to seeing you next Friday night, March 3rd, for our family Shabbat service at 6 p.m. There will be a pizza dinner at 5:30 prior to the service that you can register to attend. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
So as Andrea shared, really hope that you'll join us next Sunday at 4 for our Purim Spiel, which is Beauty and the Beast. So come ready to sing some of the songs. We'll have them up for everyone to join in.
We are now going to pronounce a blessing. Well, that was very formal. Pronounce a blessing. We're going to say a blessing over our challah, which is our special braided sweet bread that we eat on Shabbat. And to lead us in the motzi, hamotzi, the blessing, I would like to invite up any scouts who would like to come. Thank you. You can be Jewish or you can be not Jewish. You usually get the first bite of the challah if you're with somebody that's up on the bima.
You guys ready? Oh, wait. All right. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat shalom. So before we head out to our Oneg Shabbat, we have Girl Scout cookies, tasty s'mores that you guys can make, and so much more. We're going to join with the words of God Bless America. Shabbat Shalom.
Everyone is invited to join us for treats. We have some indoor treats, and we also have a grill set up outside that away if you would like to make s'mores.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
That's to be expected.
It was coming in with a fair hop. That was I'm telling you, right by each other.